On Future Weapons, we know you love cutting-edge technology. What better place to see it than Israel? Arguably, this is one of the greatest tanks ever built, the Merkava Mark IV. And how do you make one of the world's best tanks even better? Give it APAM. Wait until you see what this round can do. This stuff is serious business. Plus Iron Fist, it knocks rockets right out of the sky. I'm Mac, and this is Future Weapons. The reason the land of Israel is so important is because it has it all. Mountains, forests, deserts, valleys, and stunning Mediterranean coastline with bustling cities. If you've ever been there, you'd understand why they don't want to give up this piece of real estate, which means they gotta fight to keep it. Many of its cities paid the price and have the scars to prove it. It's pretty amazing to be in the bustling city of Tel Aviv. But in 1948, that mosque behind me, well, south of it was Arab territory. North of it was Jewish territory. In between was a no-man's land where anything could happen. The Israeli Defense Force has learned many tough lessons fighting their wars, and nobody knows the lay of the land better than them. They've designed weapons perfectly suited for it. With brutal desert terrain, you need war machines that can handle these conditions, deliver protection for your troops, and have massive firepower on command. Here in Israel, only one tank reigns supreme, and I've come to Shizafon Army Base to see it in person. In the Six-Day War, tanks played a crucial role in victory. So when they say this tank is special, they know what they're talking about. In the Bible, Elijah rode in an incredible blazing chariot of fire. In Hebrew, it's called the Merkava. That idea has evolved. This is the Merkava IV. Weighing in at a hefty 65 tons and a top speed of 35 miles an hour, the angels themselves could not have built a better chariot. Okay, it's not going to break any land speed records, but it can travel over rocky and rough terrain with ease. And it can strike in an instant.
This is the best tank to be in. If I go into a combat, I want to be in Merkava IV.
The Merkava IV was designed by the nation of Israel, and it's beautifully tailored to meet the very specific needs of the IDF. The Merkava concept proved itself in battle over 3 decades, and the Israeli Defense Force, or IDF, is proud of the fact that it was designed just for them. With the bloody lessons learned from war, each generation of the Merkava uses the latest technological advances to prepare them for the modern battlefield.
This tank is the best tank for the IDF. I think that it's one of the best tanks in the world, I'm sure.
Brigadier General Amir Nir is responsible for the Merkava's development. You've now up-armored these in a way that really increases the survivability of the troops inside.
Yeah, matter of fact, right from the beginning, the survivability of the crew is the most and main parameter that stands in front of the designer of the Merkava tank in order to give the crew the best protection and the best survivability that technology can afford.
The latest version, the Merkava Mark IV, has been beefed up, adding unique armor to the turret, the hull, and the underbelly, giving it the ability to take hits from anti-tank missiles and landmines. In addition, it's equipped with state-of-the-art sensors that detect attacking missiles. It's one of the most protected and durable tanks ever built. Lieutenant Yotam Ramon knows firsthand what it's like to be in the Merkava IV when it takes a direct hit.
In one of the operations in the last war in Lebanon, my tank, Merkava IV, was hit by 2 anti-tank missiles. Before of the last war, I never experienced the protection of the Merkava IV armor. The armor of the Merkava IV was actually saved my life.
You think with all that armor, it might be difficult to see what's going on around you. But the Merkava's loaded with 4 external cameras that provide great vision for the whole crew, day or night. Because protecting the crew is so important, they've even moved the Merkava's engine up front, since statistically, that's the most likely place that the tank is going to be hit. If you want to give your tank another advantage, give it a rear hatch.
This is something that is unique, and it enables us to take infantry with the tank into the field. And we also use the rear door in order to evacuate wounded soldiers out from the field. And this is something that's unique for the Merkava.
To dominate the battlefield, a tank needs to be able to fight on any terrain. The mountains and deserts of Israel provide the 65-ton Merkava 4 with the perfect playground. Lieutenant Haggai Nir has seen the Merkava in action.
The Caterpillar tracks of the Merkava 4 is really unique. The material of the Caterpillar and the Merkava 4 is newer, is stronger. It's for every terrain, even if it's snow or desert or mountains or whatever it is, it can take it no problem.
Coming up, firing a tank round is a blast, but what's it like for the crew inside? And I get my hands on a state-of-the-art 105mm round that can do a whole lot of damage. I'm on a mission to find out about Israel's latest military technology. With the Merkava Mark IV, the Israeli Defense Force is pushing the concept of the tank as far as they can. They wanted to beef up its armor and mobility, so the answer is to get the latest technology. An upgrade on the exterior is one thing. Wait until you see what they've done inside. There seems to be a lot of room in the Merkava tank. Why?
I mean, we need to spend a lot of time in a tank, and most tanks are not really comfortable. But the Merkava 4, each team member has his own chair. Everyone inside the tank got their own space, and it's really nice to sleep here.
More room on the inside allows the tank to be multi-purpose.
In the Merkava 4, we can carry infantry inside battlefield, outside battlefield, in large amounts. We can also carry medic and doctor and stretchers and everything while fighting and while using the tank as a tank.
The tank is operated by a crew of 4, each with their own station and clearly defined role. This is the driver's station of the Merkava 4. Now the driver has everything they need, steering wheel, gas, all right here. Very clear views of what's going on. And if he ever needs support, no problem. The loader can help him out through the monitor right here. So all he has to do is push a button. The loader can see almost everything and more than the driver can. So they work together as a team, freeing the commander to do his job. The digital communication system allows the crew to plan missions, navigate, share, and continuously update their information about the battlefield. I'd like to tell you all about its full capabilities, but I can't. It's classified.
I can say that it helps the troops, tanks, and infantry and Air Force, everyone to communicate with each other. It's much easier to control the battlefield, and the results are by far much better.
The secret to the success of the Merkava 4 is connectivity. Everybody is working together as one. This is the tank commander station. He has all of the information he needs to do all the tactical decisions that will keep this tank operational on a battlefield. Down here is the gunner station. The gunner has complete access to anything that the driver might need if he wants to. But the beautiful thing, again, is everybody is singing off the same sheet of music. But this tank is not all about protection. Its bite is much worse than its bark. Armed with a new 120mm cannon, it has the ability to fire the very latest multi-purpose high-tech bunker-busting rounds. The new and improved fire control system enables easy detection and tracking of any target, even moving targets such as tanks or helicopters, day or night. A mixture of speed, accuracy, sheer firepower stops any adversary in their tracks. The tank is an incredible symbol of power and strength on the battlefield. It is a fierce weapon of war. But with troops moving into urban environments, the tank faces all kinds of dangers. What's needed is a round that offensively allows the tank to support the troops, yet defensively protects the tank from almost any threat. There's a rumor that the Israelis have developed a new tank round that can do it all. So I'm on my way to a secret testing facility somewhere south of Tel Aviv. It's a highly sensitive location, scarred with evidence of explosions. So sensitive, we've got to be careful where we point the cameras. It's here they test the APAM round for a wide range of deadly situations. How scary is it that there are anti-tank rockets and missiles out there that can be man-portable, and how big a threat is that to you inside that vehicle?
Well, it's frightening, but when you have the tools to deal with it, you feel a lot better.
Israel Military Industries, or IMI, has developed APAM to be lethal and versatile. This is the APAM. It's a mean-looking round, and it gives the tank 4 capabilities in 1 round. The APAM round can take out anti-tank squads, helicopters, bunkers. It can even breach walls. With the state-of-the-art technology inside, the timer can choose precisely when to detonate the charges, creating an incredibly adaptable round. Lieutenant Colonel Zev Gross, former tank commander, was heavily involved in the APAM's development.
APAM started out as an airburst tank round to enable tank crews to deal with enemy anti-tank squads. We then, while we were developing it, came across with the idea of making it a multi-purpose round by adding an advanced fusing system so that it could operate in 2 modes, either airburst against anti-tank squads, infantry, and an impact mode where it would act like a standard artillery round or tank round.
In impact mode, the projectile explodes as it strikes, and its powerful warhead has the ability to penetrate fortified materials and positions. In airburst mode, 6 warheads are released from the rear of the projectile above the target. Each warhead is set to detonate sequentially at timed intervals, creating a hailstorm of lethal tungsten fragments capable of shredding body armor. What's more impressive, it'll kill tank-killing helicopters.
When you look at a conflict like is going on now in Iraq, a low-intensity conflict with a lot of urban operations, this would be the round of choice because it can deal with all targets. You just choose the fusing mode that's appropriate for the target you're dealing with at the moment.
Coming up, I get to see just how devastating APAM is. The APAM is Israel's latest tank round that can take out helicopters, destroy bunkers, and breach reinforced walls for ground troops to clear out buildings. Hearing about it is one thing. On Future Weapons, you want to see it. Will it live up to all the hype? Close quarter combat in an urban environment is one of the most dangerous things that troops will ever have to face. People can fire on armored vehicles from enclosed positions, making it much harder for them to defend themselves. Tanks need to have the capability to penetrate bunker structures like this. What we've done is set up a situation. This is 8 inches of double reinforced concrete. The APAM's mission, fired from the tank, is to come through here, penetrate this hole, come into this room, and then have that secondary explosion where all the tungsten pellets fly out and take out the guys who are going to take out them. Imagine being able to travel a half a mile per second. The APAM does it no problem. It's so powerful we cleared the target area and are using 3 high-speed cameras to see exactly what happens. To capture the result of this explosion, we're shooting at 4,700 frames a second. We are going to fire. I've never seen what it will do to concrete walls. But the APAM is combat proven. I hope we see devastating results. Here it comes, right? Set in delayed mode, the timer allows the round to burst through the wall. A secondary detonation takes out the inside of the room with deadly tungsten pellets, removing any threat.
I am the first guy to admit that I love blowing stuff up. But it is important to remember that this stuff is serious business. The APAM is used on combatants. It's designed to remove a threat that there is almost no other way of handling. It comes in here, it goes off, and what's left is the nightmare inside.
In urban environments, troops need to clear out buildings, but why go through the front door where the enemy might be expecting you? APAM can create an entrance anywhere you want it.
Tell me, how do you get those different capabilities with just one round?
Well, we have the warheads inside the projectile and a time fuse, an electronic time fuse in the front, and in the rear we have an impact fuse. And that impact fuse has options also, either a delayed action mode so that it penetrates the building, exploding inside, or a super quick mode, or it explodes on impact, opening that big hole, allowing the infantry to get into that room quick and take care of whatever's inside.
In impact mode, APAM makes quick work of a double reinforced concrete wall, leaving a big hole for me to move right through. It does it by detonating all of its charges at once.
And the mission is to clear enough of the concrete wall and debris out of the way so that if I had to, I could enter that building. This is only one round, but as you can see, I can easily fit through and do what I gotta do. If they need to, they can fire 2, 3 to clear out enough space to bring a whole squad right in.
Why load 4 different rounds into a tank when the APAM can do everything you need? IMI is developing a 120mm version for the Merkava Mark IV. Together, let's just say you don't want to run into them on the battlefield. Next, I put Israel's latest anti-tank defensive system to the test. Iron Fist brings a haymaker to the battlefield. This is future weapons from Israel, a small country that's big on weapons. A heavily armored tank is nice, but wouldn't you want to be able to stop a threat before it ever hit you? Would it be better if you could do this without ever having to worry about it? By the way, the answer to both of these questions is yes, and the geniuses at Israel Military Industries have figured out how to do it. At this top secret location on the shores of the Mediterranean, I've come to check out a brand new advanced protection system for military vehicles. This system is so cutting edge that it's only just completed testing. And we get to see it in action before it enters service.
This is Iron Fist, and it knocks RPGs out of existence.
The Iron Fist is Israel's latest active defense system designed not just for tanks, but also for lightweight, more versatile vehicles, including Humvees and trucks. Its job is to detect incoming threats and put them out of commission for good.
It may not look any more menacing than, say, an automatic tennis ball launcher, but I think that's kind of what's cool about it.
After 3 decades of development, the system has arrived to protect military vehicles and other sensitive assets. You can only add so much weight to a vehicle to protect it. What's needed is out-of-the-box thinking.
I believe that now, in order to withstand the entire threat spectrum, mainly against tanks, the tank should weigh around 200 tons, metric tons. It's impossible. There is no bridge, there is no road that this kind of vehicle will be able to perform. The vehicle actually has to be smaller, much more versatile, and be able to perform your task.
The Iron Fist identifies the type of projectile by its path and shape, then calculates exactly what it needs to do to crush it. It handles the threat in two ways. Plan A is the soft kill approach, using jamming devices to divert anti-tank guided missiles. The jammed missiles either fall short or veer away. If it gets past the jamming system, the Iron Fist moves into Plan B in a split second.
We found out that we have a lot of different missiles, and it was nearly impossible to introduce so many jammers and mechanism. And then we made a shift and decided to combine the soft kill and the hard kill, meaning how to distract the incoming threat regardless of who he is and what type of threat it is.
This hard kill approach is achieved by launching an explosive projectile which seeks out and intercepts the threat.
If it's a RPG or a tank round, the system immediately will move towards this hard kill capability, will launch an interceptor, and will intercept the incoming threat.
But it's not a head-on strike. The projectile explodes and releases a shockwave that engulfs the threat and destroys it. It does this without detonating the warhead, simply knocking it right out of the sky, which minimizes collateral damage.
The idea of the system is, of course, to knock out the incoming threat, but we're using it without actually meeting or without any physical engagement with the threat. There is a volume of lethality to our interceptor, and the interceptor knows exactly, and we're talking about milliseconds, it knows exactly where to initiate its warhead.
Iron Fist is a fully automatic system. Once the troops enter a combat area, they turn it on, and it stays on. The radar constantly scans a full 360 degrees, ready to take on any hostile threat.
Most likely, the crew probably will look in front of the vehicle and won't pay attention to a hidden kind of RPG guy, and the system automatically will detect it and will destroy the incoming threat.
The concept of Iron Fist is all about providing an invisible shield around the vehicle. It's actively looking out for multiple incoming threats, some traveling as fast as a mile per second. There's not many things on Earth that can react that fast.
Iron Fist has unique sensors that can contribute to our routine mission, and on the other hand, it's a very light system, and it will save your life at the end of the day.
IMI has successfully tested the Iron Fist against a variety of threats. This thing may not float like a butterfly or sting like a bee, but it does pulverize rockets. This is the RPG-7. It's old, cheap, but very deadly. It's the most prolific rocket-propelled grenade on the face of the planet. It's shoulder-launched and capable of penetrating a foot of armor plate, making it one of the biggest threats on the battlefield. So, will Iron Fist be able to drop it to the canvas?
I know, it sounds almost too good to be true. Now, it's time to see it in action.
Once Iron Fist is activated, the radar should detect any incoming attack. An RPG is fast, and it can be fired from close range. So for Iron Fist to work, it needs lightning-quick reflexes. Iron Fist launches its projectile to intercept the incoming grenade. The best defense is a great offense. The APC is untouched.
In a fraction of a second, we can counterattack due to the unique capabilities of this particular system.
Iron Fist can deal with all types of shoulder-launched rifle grenades, anti-tank guided missiles, high-explosive tank rounds, and the most challenging of all, a kinetic energy penetrator. It provides an invisible and impenetrable shield around any vehicle. Still to come on this Israel special. Once this spider weaves its web, you officially have a no-fly zone. I'm in Israel to see the latest state-of-the-art weapons systems. Surface-to-air missiles are often only as accurate as their ground tracking systems. Is there a smart projectile that, once launched, could seek out and destroy its target? The concept may not sound revolutionary, but how you go about doing it just might be. The answer is just a few miles from the border of Lebanon.
I feel incredibly privileged to be here. No other film crew has been on this property. It's a Future Weapons exclusive.
I'm about to see Israel's latest air defense system, the Spider. It's an idea that spun out of the minds of the engineers at Rafael.
We developed air-to-air missiles for the last more than 40 years. And it came up that air-to-air missiles were so capable that we thought, why not to launch them from the ground and have the same capability in air defense system.
Former F-16 pilot Oron Oriol recognized the need for this air defense system.
If you look in the past, ground-to-air systems, the missile were actually, I would say, stupid, and the brain of the system was on the ground in the command and control and the radar. In these days, the brain of the system is in the missiles.
The interceptors are transported on a mobile firing unit. It can carry up to 8 of these missiles. And its rotatable launch pad allows for 360-degree firing.
The Spider system consists of 1 mobile command unit, 6 mobile firing units. It can set up in 5 minutes, fire the first missile in 5 seconds, fire the second in less than 2, get rid of all the missiles, downrange in 8 seconds. Once this web is built, there is no aircraft that's going to escape.
From a mobile command and control unit, an enemy aircraft even 25 miles away is detected, identified, and tracked by the surveillance radar. The enemy has no idea they're even being watched. They say speed kills. Imagine adding surprise to that formula.
Now, since the system is capable of deploying it in a wide area and not all the features in the same place, so you can't even see that there is a system. I mean, it's only one track here, and 5 kilometers from that, another track. So you can see it from the air, and the missiles are smokeless.
Spider is the only air defense system that has 2 different types of missiles on every launcher, the Derby and the Python 5. The Derby has an active seeker, enabling it to detect, track, and home in on its targets after being launched.
You don't need to track the target all the time. You just need to tell the missile, there is a target there, go and find it, and home on it, and destroy it.
The Python 5 has an imaging infrared seeker to help it find its target.
Imaging IR, that means it has a picture, and in this picture, he knows how to find the target. Now, this needs a lot of image processing, a lot of computerized here, and we used to tell the Air Force that one missile have more brain than a whole fleet of aircrafts, whole fleet of F-16s.
Wow. The Spider system sounds spectacular, but seeing is believing. Now, it's time to take out some aircraft.
I'm going to take part in a training demonstration within the command and control vehicle. It should give me the feel of what it would be like during an actual mission. 2 men acting as an Israeli anti-aircraft team show me how it works.
Now you can set this whole thing up to do it, the whole process automatically, right?
Yes, we have 3 main modes. It's a manual mode, semi-automatic mode, and automatic mode. Manual mode means that the commander choose which launcher will engage exactly target. Semi-automatic means that the system engage automatically the target, but the firing is manually. And automatic mode, the system acts automatically, and it's, first of all, is much more quick.
So all the thinking has been done up front. The computer and the radar system, the missiles, they all know, hey, this is a good guy, and that's not a good guy.
That's right.
Great. All right, here we go. Now, we get to shoot an aircraft out of the sky.
So I put the key here, yes, and go to on. This is the safe key. Now we are going to do semi-automatic scenario. You see you are in fire manual, right?
This is incredible. I can see a helicopter and 1, 2, 3 different adversarial planes, right?
And the numbers is how many seconds they have until they will kill the target.
Got it. All right, so the first thing I got to do is push right here on this button right there.
Now it's ready.
Red, yes.
The system is ready for firing.
Now all I have to do is push the red button, right? Here it goes. And I'm
Yes.
going to literally get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4 aircraft
targets
right now.
Yes. Now you see the missile is on the way. This is the missile.
And it's counting down exactly
Counting down
when it's going to
until
hit. First target's taken out. Second target's taken out. Third target's taken out. And the fourth target's taken out, just like that. That's incredible. It is remarkable to me just how easy that is to use.
Yes. This was the purpose of the, of the main machine interface, to make it as simple as possible.
This may be just a reenactment, but in the hands of real soldiers, this spider weaves a tangled web from which no aircraft escapes alive.
If you're an enemy aircraft going over top of Israel, be careful. There's a big spider out there.
Still to come, an Israeli air-to-ground missile called Delilah that will destroy things that even Samson couldn't. Israel has become famous for its ability to invent tailor-made weapon systems, guns, tanks, missiles. I've come to an Air Force base south of Tel Aviv to see Israel's latest air-to-ground precision attack weapon. The Delilah is the most advanced deep strike standoff missile with a remarkable ability to loiter before it attacks. In 1991, during the Gulf War, Israel was attacked by Scud missiles from Iraq. The problem? Scud launchers are highly mobile and relatively easy to hide. The challenge? First, you have to find them. Verify that it is an actual target and not a decoy. Then, take out the threat with a minimum of collateral damage. The answer? You need an incredibly smart weapon. This is an elite F-16 pilot from Israel who knows just how devastating Delilah is. To protect his identity, we can't even reveal his face.
The Delilah gives you the ability to be sure that you're going to hit the exact target that you were supposed to hit. I want to hit only the target, the bad guys. I don't want to harm nobody. And today there are a lot of civilians in the war zone, and you want to be sure that you're attacking the exact target that you were supposed to do that.
The Delilah was developed to fulfill the needs of the Israeli Air Force. There are now 3 versions. The air-to-ground Delilah, which proved itself in 2006 during the war with Lebanon. They have the ground and naval version that fires with the help of a booster rocket. Once launched, Delilah can take over the mission, flying completely autonomous to a pre-programmed destination using global positioning satellites and inertial navigation. But what really makes Delilah so special is what she can do once she reaches the target. Using a camera, Delilah sees its target and transmits these pictures back to the operator.
This is a CCD seeker, which it's like a camera. It brings back the picture to the cockpit, so I can see, in fact, what the Delilah is seeing, and I can aim it to the target by that. In fact, I can fly the Delilah. It's like a remote control airplane.
Delilah is so smart, if she's not sure about the target, she'll circle around it and confirm it's the objective you want to hit. After loitering over the area and receiving instructions, she'll execute your command to either attack or abort. This capability is vital when operating in urban environments to reduce collateral damage. The Delilah man-in-the-loop capability means the operator can control the missile during its flight, change its route, and even its target.
I can launch the Delilah, and during its flight, I can change the target. I can send a new target from the airplane to the missile, and to change the whole scenario from the beginning.
The Delilah's flexibility makes her perfect for hard-to-hit or moving targets.
If it's a fixed target, you don't use the Delilah. You can come today, tomorrow, evening, night, morning, you can attack it. No problem with that. The problem is the relocatable target, because now it's here, tomorrow it will be somewhere else, or during the day it moves. And I know some of the targets which are very important for us, they're, for example, hiding, and they're coming out to shoot, for example, Scud, then comes back to his shelter. So you have only a small window, by minutes you can attack it. This is the job for Delilah.
Modern combat requires advanced, intelligent weapon systems. Delilah's amazing attributes brings the enemy to their knees.
What's it like to launch a Delilah?
For me to launch the Delilah, it's like a long arm. I trust it to do the job for me, and I know it's going to do it the best it can do, without putting me in risk above the target.
So it's absolutely critical to have a weapon system like this on a bird like this to support yourself and your other wingmen.
It's a win-win situation. A great bird with a great weapon gives you the most advantage to go and to succeed with your target.